Hello YouTube, hello subscribers, nice to see you. Hello newcomers, my name is Leanna Walden and I'm a sex and relationship energy healer. We're going to talk about different libidos in a relationship. You know, the lower libido, the higher libido. What do you do when you are in a relationship and you have different libidos, you have different desires, desire levels for sexual activity within the relationship? There's things that you can do. There's ways that you can get through that. I've worked with many couples who are in this situation, and it doesn't mean no sex, okay? Do not allow the default to be no sex, okay? Because there are many, many possible ways that you can get through this. So we're going to talk about some ways to get through this and some things that you can do to help your partner. If you have the high libido and they have the low libido, or if you have the low and they have the high, how can you help each other make your way through that so that you're connecting again, so that you're having fun, you're both having fun, and you're both satisfied, okay? So I'm here every Thursday talking about ways that you can enhance your relationship, you can enhance your sex life, ways that you can think outside the box sexually. So check up on all my other videos, lots of topics that I think you'll be able to find something that will interest you, from threesomes to open relationships to G-spot orgasms to to just all sorts of topics around desire. Today, talking about libido. So this is a common problem that happens with couples, because as you are together, you start to change. You start to have different needs, and your desires change, and so you may find yourself in a situation where your libidos are different, right? One of you is really wanting more sex and not really getting that and not feeling satisfied. And the other one is maybe wanting less sex and maybe somewhat satisfied with what there is, or not sure how to create a balance within the relationship. So if you're finding yourself in this position, now, or you find yourself in the future in this position with your partner, then don't give up. Don't go and cheat on them. Don't go in and run away and do stuff without having some good, deep conversation with them, okay? So, you know, this is really breaking the taboo in conversing about sex, okay? That seems to be one of the hardest things for people to do, is to actually talk about it. And so, of course, get a sex coach, get a therapist, you know, find somebody. I am one of those people that can sit down with you and really start to bring out the conversation. What happens is that maybe you even talk about sex, but you don't know how to really bring out the conversation, how to access those points that are really going to help create the change. When you're dealing with somebody who's professional, who's a coach, and knows all about what goes on sexually and the possibilities that you can discover, you can journey into, it really makes a big difference. So I'm going to talk about that again at the end, because it's so helpful. It's so helpful. If you know even of people that are having problems sexually, get them a sex coach, get them some sessions. It really can make a transformation in your life. So the first thing is, conversation. You need to talk. You need to put on the table where both of you are at. What is happening for you sexually and what is happening for you sexually. I know it can be difficult because, one, we don't talk about sex a lot. We are scared to talk about sex. We're afraid that our partner is going to find us weird, or they're going to leave us because of how we're feeling. But you have to take these risks in order to find solutions. You have to talk about it. You have to open up. You have to reveal what's really going on. Like revealing, I'm not enjoying sex with you right now. This is not working for me. We're doing the same thing over and over and over again. And so I don't feel like having sex anymore. Or I really want to have more sex with you, but I'm not, because I'm bored, because it's not doing anything for me. And those are common things that I hear. So if you can get that out and talk about it, if you're at a place where you're not satisfied, it really helps to know where your partner's coming from. So I'm going to give you a few questions that you can ask each other that could potentially help you get the conversation going, all right, around what's going on for you sexually, what's going on for you, and how can we make this work. So once you talk, then you can start to make a plan. You can say, oh, well, this is where you're at. You want more and I want less. And so why is that the case? What's going on? Often, again, the case is because both are bored, both are not finding they're being stimulated, so it's not very enjoyable anymore. And so you need a plan to make it more interesting. You've got to find different ways of having sex. You have to find different ways, even before having sex, find different ways of connecting, okay? It starts with the connection, and the connection that you've had up to this point has ended. You know, it's not satisfying anymore. It's not fun anymore. It's not turning you on anymore, right? In order to get turned on, in order to feel desire, you need to have some sparks. You need to feel excited. You need to have a little bit of fear as well. You need to have a little bit of unpredictability going on. You need to do things that are different, riskier, unusual, scary, you know? All of these things create the desire and the passionate connection, right? You just think about if you meet someone for the first time, or you connect, like you're in a flirty way with someone, and there's this like, ooh, this excitement, right? You want to get that happening again with your partner, and in order to get there, you have to do things that are going to create the excitement and the passion and the risk, right? So I talked about this in a last video. Going to a nude beach together. That is something a lot of people don't do, and many cities have nude beaches. So it's a little bit scary. It's a little bit risky. It's really fun when you do it. I mean, you're seeing your partner walk around nude. That's in itself interesting. It's interesting to see your partner walking around nude with other people around that are nude, and how that dynamic plays out, watching other people looking at your partner, or seeing how your partner feels nude, walking around looking at your partner nude amongst other people. It's exciting. It's different. I just finished doing that with my new partner, and it led to some fun stuff together, and really a lot of opening for him. So that's one thing. You can listen to my video about that, and let me know below. Have you ever been to a nude beach with your partner, or would you like to try out a nude beach with your partner? Do you find that scary? Let me know what you feel about the idea of going to a nude beach, okay? That's one thing. So you need to also expand your minds, okay? You have to understand that there's a lot of potential ways that you can reconnect. So expand your mind. Think about, okay, what is a way that we could connect that would be really different, that would take us out of our comfort zone, right? And one other thing that you can do is you can play some games. Like, this is the adult playground, right? So think of some games that you could play that would be really fun, really exciting. Like, you could go to a bar and pretend you don't know each other and pick each other up, right? Really play it out. You know, have one person go to the bar, the other person shows up, eye to eye across the table or across the bar, coming together, flirting, you know, all of that. Like you're new, like you've never met, like you're new people coming together, playing games. I know a lot of people I work with are, you know, we don't have time for that. We don't know how to do it. We don't know what to do. These are just excuses for not doing anything about your sex life, for not creating any kind of unique, interesting ways of connecting. Okay? So get rid of these excuses and start just doing something. Look at it like the adult playground. And I have this awesome program called the Pleasure Playground, where I take couples on a journey of fun and adult play and pleasure together. We go do this over a 3-month period. So if you're interested in diving in to the Pleasure Playground with me, then get in touch with me, and we can get you and your partner, you know, I can coach you through and give you some really cool, fun, different, unique, risky ways of connecting. Another way that you can connect differently, if you haven't tried, is some kind of tantric practice. And this is going in a very slow manner, connecting with each other in this slower, sensual energy. And I talk about this in some of my other videos as well, talking about this spiritual sexuality, okay, where it becomes more of a spiritual connection, and you're creating a way to bring out all the senses by creating creating an atmosphere that gets you stimulated in so many different ways, in the smell, in the sound, in the touch of things around you, and then you connect slowly. So check out some of my videos around that. It's that can really reawaken and reignite the relationship, and it's often something that people don't try. So if you haven't done that before, that is definitely a really good route to go. The other is to go into kinky stuff, right? We all have kinks. There's always things that we haven't tried around kink, and the first level of that is sort of this control play. So one of you is in charge, and the other one is going to be doing whatever that person tells them. So it's the dominant and the submissive, and you can take turns playing those roles. I'm in control tonight of whatever we do, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you do, and you have to do what I tell you to do. And so it's scary to do that, to completely let go and let your partner be in charge. And it's scary to be the one in charge as well, because you have to be creative and come up with some new ideas. But it could be really fun and really bring out some cool ways of connecting with each other, some different ways of connecting with each other. So I don't want you to give up. I want you to know that even if your libidos are in different places, you can find ways that can bring the desire back. And libidos in different places usually means that desires have, either the desire has gone out or the desire is not there because that person doesn't know what to do or they're bored with what's happening. So you start to introduce some new ways of connecting, all right? And then back to get a sex coach, get a sex therapist, get a sexual energy healer. I can't stress that enough, It's worth it. It's worth every penny that you pay to feel more alive, to feel connected to your partner in a different way, to find different techniques that are going to be unique to you as a couple. All right. I have a few spaces coming up. So you might want to connect with me. There are other people out there, but I highly suggest and recommend. It can completely change your relationship. All right. So I hope that helps you. I hope that gives you some idea about these different libidos and some things that you can do to help bring out that sexual energy again, building it up again. It's work. It's work. Relationships are work. Your sex life is a dimension that needs work, that needs care, that needs to be looked at and cared for, okay? If you're not in that mode and you just say, oh, we don't have time, and I hear this with couples all the time too, that we've just put it on the side. We haven't been doing anything about it. We talk about it. We know that there's problems, but there's been years have gone by and nothing has happened. Then I would say get a sex coach, to get you going again, to give you some new tools, some new techniques to really get this part of your life happening again, okay? So let me know below if you would like to connect. I would love to have a chat with you. And good luck. Let's get some energy moving in our bodies and create some new connections with each other. That's going to create more blissful, fun, exciting lives. All right. I'll see you next week. Much lovemaking.